Hello everyone, Travis Freeman with this month's Ask the CFP segment. Welcome to the new format of this segment, by the way, too. This month's question is, what does a President Trump mean for the economy? Boy, I've had this question a lot lately, mostly from people who are afraid of what may occur. I can recall similar questions during our last presidential cycle, too. As with any political question, my own views will not sway this answer. I'm a pretty independent thinker anyway, but if you believe you figured out my personal beliefs on the presidency via this video, you've just made a 50-50 bet. I'm staying neutral here. I think we can all agree that our new president is unlike anyone we've had before. He's someone with no political, military, or diplomatic experience, but has a lifetime of business success. This is a first for our nation, so it's really hard to reference lessons in history to predict the future. The equity markets reacted positively to Trump's election, as you probably saw all over the news. He has goals to cut income taxes and corporate taxes while also decreasing government spending. This may require laying off employees that work for the federal government and various agencies. This could trickle down into state and local government as well. Now, according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, about 22 million people work in local, state, and federal government positions. The U.S. Census Bureau shows that we have about 318.9 million people living in the U.S. as of 2014. This means about 7% of the workforce has a government position. Cutting some of these jobs would increase unemployment, but potentially help our budget deficit and debt. When it comes to jobs overall, Mr. Trump appears to be focusing on decreasing regulations and taxes for businesses, which may prove to increase jobs growth in the U.S. Now, it's possible the jobs lost in the public sector may be offset by new jobs created in the private sector. Regarding entitlements such as Medicare, Medicaid, and Social Security, cuts may be coming. Now, I doubt those cuts will be major ones, at least in the short term. For example, it's unlikely anyone receiving Social Security checks today would see them cut. However, I could foresee the annual cost of living adjustment being frozen for a period of time, combined with extending the normal retirement age for people under the age of 50. Since we're a consumer-driven economy that relies greatly on discretionary spending, cuts to retirement income for baby boomers, which make up a large part of our population, could potentially affect the economy. An argument could also be made that some types of cuts are needed since these types of programs are not doing well financially. The big wild card is less about the economy, although it can greatly affect that economy. I'm talking about international conflicts. Now, the president does not have the authority to start official wars, but he does have the power to get us into international conflicts. I assume that most presidents don't step into the Oval Office hoping to start wars one day, so it's probably safe to assume that our new president feels the same way. I listened to both of our candidates' acceptance speeches early in the campaign and was happy to hear both of them speak about wanting peace around the globe. For the sake of the economy, let's hope that happens. Who really controls the economy are Congress, the Federal Reserve Bank, and businesses. Yes, the president has some major powers, but not as much power as Congress, the Fed, and American businesses. These are the drivers of our economy. If you look back over the last 50 years, we've had good presidents and we've had bad presidents. We've had multiple wars and even attacks on U.S. soil. From the savings and loan crisis to the tech bubble burst to the meltdown in 2008, we're still here, and our economy is larger and stronger today despite these events. So what does a Trump president mean for the U.S. economy? It would not surprise us a bit to experience a normal recession during a Trump presidency. Recessions are simply part of a normal economic cycle. However, unless we enter into a new international conflict, we do not foresee the actions of one man, Democrat or Republican, damaging our economy over the next 4 years. If you have a question you'd like to submit for next month's video, please send it to travis.freeman@lpl.com. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next month.